everybody. This week I thought I would share some time-saving tips, especially when it comes to cutting shapes out with the jeweler saw. I'm trying really hard this past week to work smarter, not harder, and I made myself a little to-do list for the week. Not too many things. Let's see, I've got 6 things on there, and they're all I thought I would just do cutting this week. I tend to get sidetracked easily into one piece, and I'll sit and work from start to finish on one necklace or pair of earrings. And I need to get out of that thought process and try to work on multiples at a time, or multiple actions at one time. So cutting one week, soldering the next week. And so far so good. I've got a little tray here, and I'll show you what I've cut so far in the last few days. I've stuck to my list pretty well. There's one thing that I haven't really done, but I cut something else instead, so I consider that a win. But today I've got a couple of little time-saving tips when it comes to cutting out shapes. So normally when I would cut out my skulls, I'd make myself paper patterns, and then I would packing tape it down. And then you're drilling holes for every area you need to cut out. But now this week we're going to glue 3 layers of sterling together, glue down our pattern, and we're going to cut all 3 in one shot. I like to use just plain old rubber cement. I have at times used a really strong double stick tape. That works as well. And these are both super easy after you're done cutting to clean up. The rubber cement just rubs right off, and packing tape, if there's any residue, you can usually just rub it off with your fingers as well. So I'm going to glue these, and I'm going to put some rubber cement on each layer and let it set for a minute. I'm not going to try to stick them together immediately. We're going to let the rubber cement set up a little bit and get tacky and a little bit firm. I have my stack of 3 pieces of sterling and my pattern glued together. I'm going to take my center punch and mark where I want to drill to cut out. And I've also glued together a stack of sterling discs for making beads. So you can glue those together, find the center, give it a punch, and we're going to drill through 4 discs at one time. That'll give me enough for making 2 beads. A lot faster than taping them down and drilling each one separately or punching the hole. So I'm going to go over to the drill press and drill these out real quick. When I'm drilling a hole through something small like this, I like to tape it down. Just so my fingers aren't so close to that. It's a little more secure. All the way through 4 discs at one time. Now you can just rub your finger over there and remove all the rubber cement. There you go, 3 skulls. Way faster than cutting them and individually. And the same with the beads. Now you've got all 4 discs drilled. Ready to dome and dap into beads. Let's take these little skulls and add them to my pile that I've been working on this week. I'll show you what I've done. So I've mostly been cutting out lots of license plate bits, but I do have some sterling, and I just stacked these the way I just showed you and glued them and cut them out at the same time. This one though I did have a die created for, so it's a punch, which is a great time saver. But everything else is just cut with the jeweler saw. And I've got like 3 moth brooches in the works, some heart necklaces, and I'm trying out a new little dragonfly kind of bug. And then I'm thinking I've got like 3 or 4 pairs of earrings there with the discs. So I'm pretty happy with what I've cut out so far. I only strayed like once and made a little tiny pair of earrings yesterday. It's kind of hard just to stick with cutting, but for the most part, that's all I've done for the last few days. And like I said, I got most of my list completed, other than switched out one item. And after I cut a few more discs today, I'll be in good shape and I'll start a new list for next week. So I hope you found that helpful. And if you guys have any ways of working smarter and not harder, I'd love to hear them. So drop them down in the comments, and we'll see you next week.